Hey there. I put a post up a while back about, I think I actually said, would you apply for a permanent role? And of course, lots of people jumped in and said, no way, I'd never go back to perm. And the point is that I did apply for a permanent role. Now, obviously, there's lots of reasons why you might apply for a perm role. Obviously, you might just want one. You might just think that it's a bit more security. I don't believe that. You might just want to ride out the storm of IR35, of course, and get a perm job. Or maybe you want to go up career sort of echelons, get away from the tech maybe you become a manager, and so therefore perm role is good for you. Or maybe you just get offered, that offer you can't refuse, 100 grand plus benefits, for example. Then contracting might not be worth it for you. But the point of why I applied for this role is because it was the Bank of England. So it was the Bank of England, and I'd already spoken to the recruiter and told him that I prefer contract roles. So basically I was saying to him that ideally I want a contract or a contract to perm, but really I'd no intention of ever going perm. Perm just, is not my thing. But I wanted to get in with the recruiter in a good way, so not piss him off too much, and because he might, be able to get me future roles, or if at the Bank of England there were contract roles available, in a year's time or 2 years' time. Always good to build your network. And so anyway, he understood that. Now for this actual role, rather than just putting the CV forward to the end client, they actually sent you to an online application system within the Bank of England. And so I filled that in. Now what I did was I filled it in perfectly honestly. I told them, my last rate, 500 a day or whatever, notice period 0. And, when it said ideal salary, I said ideally I want a contract. So I actually put that. So so I was being very honest there. And now the application came back saying no. And that's perfectly fine, because maybe they just looked at that and thought, no, we definitely want a permie. We don't want to talk to him. But there was an opportunity there that maybe I shouldn't have put that, but maybe if they looked at my CV and they decided, actually, no, we do want a permie, but we want to talk to Dave anyway, just to see what the score is. But then again, this is an online system. I submitted the application and my CV on the Bank of England system. So therefore, they've got my details. So hopefully, if there's ever any opportunity there to actually go contracting, or at least they want a discussion with me, there's that opportunity. So that's why I applied for a permanent role. Now, if you do go for a role and you say you ideally want contract, but it's a perm one, but you're open to discussion, right? That then gives you a foot in the door to get your CV put forward. If they then like the look of you, you can then say, obviously, you prefer contract. You might not want to bring that up at interview, but applying for that perm role in that situation is good application practice, good practice at dealing with the recruiter, and it might be good interview practice for you. So if you've not done loads of interviews yet, or imagine you're permie going to contracting, maybe you've not done many interviews over the last 5 years, whereas most seasoned contractors will have interviews every year, or when they're looking, they might have 5 or 6 interviews or more. And so it gives you good practice of the interview process. So that's a reason to apply for a perm role, even if you really don't want it, is, building your network, getting the practice dealing with the recruiter and being honest with them and saying you really want a contract ideally, and seeing if you can still get put forward, seeing if the hiring manager is going to select your CV for interview, then having that interview practice. And you never know, if they come back and offer you, 100 grand because they absolutely love you, plus loads of bonuses, maybe you'll go perm. I like to think I never would. It would have to be a massively fantastic offer for me to do that, because I think contracting's in my blood. But anyway, I hope that explains it. So don't be afraid to apply for a perm role in the right circumstances and give yourself some practice, okay? Right, all the best. I'm now off to the pub. I'm in Camden and I'm going to have some Christmas drinks with some friends, okay? All the best. Speak soon. Cheers. Bye.